Welcome to the nsfRewind overview. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you some of the powerful features of nsfRewind and show you how quick and easy it is to set up. nsfRewind is a set-it-and-forget-it data backup and auditing utility for IBM Lotus Notes databases. nsfRewind is not a replacement for your current data backup system, but rather it is another piece to your overall backup architecture. Most database solutions tend to run on a nightly basis and back up the entire database. That is a macro backup architecture. nsfRewind, on the other hand, utilizes a micro backup architecture by monitoring documents for changes and backing up only the fields that have been modified. What's more, if a field in a document were to be modified 3 times in a single day, your nightly backup solution will only capture the final change. Because nsfRewind is constantly monitoring documents for modifications, it will capture every modification that occurs. This gives you the power to restore a single field rather than the entire database. Think about that for a minute. You can now restore a single field without affecting the entire document or database. Because restoring an entire database from a previous nice backup means losing all data entered into that database after that backup occurred. You have to make a choice about which data is more important. With nsfRewind, you no longer have to choose which data is more important. With nsfRewind, you get to keep all of your data. Let's actually take a look at nsfRewind in action. Here we are inside of the nsfRewind database. Let's get started by getting an idea of how nsfRewind is configured by looking at the Profiles view. For the purpose of this demo, we only have one profile currently configured, but nsfRewind can monitor many applications at one time. Let's take a look at the profile document. This specific profile document has been created to monitor the server documents in the Domino directory. As you can see, this profile is enabled. The logging level is currently set to normal, and we're keeping logs for 30 days. Let's now move on to the Monitoring tab. In the Monitoring tab, we have configured nsfRewind to monitor specific documents from the Connexus directory on the dev/Connexus server. We are monitoring documents in the server/servers view. Specifically, we are monitoring dev/Connexus and mobile/Connexus. As you can see by this, we could set up separate profiles for each server if we needed to. For example, if we have servers in North America and Europe, we could set up different profiles for these servers so that alerts for the America servers could be sent to the American admins, and alerts for the European servers could be sent to the European admins. Down here in the field configuration section, we have disabled the monitoring of system fields because they are not of concern to us. We have also elected to exclude a few specific fields because they do not affect the server's configuration. Finally, you can see that we have enabled field translation and have assigned field translation documents to this profile. Field translation documents will be explained in more detail in a future podcast. Let's move on to the Alerts tab. In the Alerts tab, we have configured alerts to be sent to myself when any field changes. And that's all there is to configuration. Even though we went through that very quickly, it is plain to see that there is very little effort involved in getting nsfRewind configured so that it will monitor any document in any database. Now let's close out of the profile document and see what happens the first time one of the NSF agents run. Now that the nsfRewind agents have had a chance to run for the first time, let's see what they collected. Let's open up the audit history by application view. As you can see, we have an entry for the Connexus directory. If we expand that, we'll see that we have a category under that for the dev server. Scrolling through this view, we can see that nsfRewind has backed up the field values for the server documents that we configured it to monitor. If I expand the basic server title category, you can see that we have one entry. Let's open this document and see what has been collected. Here we are in what is referred to as an audit document. Each field in each document that is being monitored for changes by nsfRewind will have its very own audit document. In fact, it will have one audit document for every change that is made to the field. We can see at the top of the audit document that this is a backup of the basic sections server title field for the dev server document. This little red flag indicates that this is a baseline document, meaning that this is the first time nsfRewind has made a backup of this field. Down here we can see the field's actual name, in this case, server title. The field's value at the time the backup of this field took place was Connexus App Server. We can see other information, like the location of this field is in the Basics tab in the Basics section, and that it was modified by Connexus Development. Now, what happens when this field changes again? Let's take a look. Here we are in the server document for dev/Connexus. Let's modify the server title field. We'll change it to Connexus Development Server, and then we'll save our change. After several minutes, we can check nsfRewind's Today's Changes view. As we expand these sections, we can see that the change to the server title field has been recognized and a new audit document has been created. By opening the document, we can see some subtle changes. First, we no longer see the red baseline flag because this audit document reflects a modification to the field. We see all the basic information that was in the baseline document, including the new field value. Again, we see who made the modification and when the modification took place. We now also see a new field, modification number. We can see that this is the first modification to be made to this field since the baseline audit was taken. We also have a previous change field with a doc link. By clicking this doc link, it takes us back to this field's previous value, in this case the baseline document. Something to notice here now is that the baseline document has also been changed. We now have a next change field with a doc link back to the document we just came from. Also, the light bulb is turned off, indicating that this audit document no longer represents this field's current value. Now, what if I am unhappy with this change? Perhaps it was made by another administrator without permission. Or maybe it was an intentional change, but it's having serious repercussions in our environment. Well, all we need to do is find the audit document that contains our previous value by clicking the previous change doc link. Now that we are here and verify that this is the value we actually want the field to be, we can simply press the Rewind Field button. We will be asked to verify that we want to make the change. In this case we do, so we press Yes. Now that the change has been made, we can go back to the server document and see that the change has taken place immediately. As you can see from the screencast, nsfRewind is a simple yet powerful application allowing you to back up all field changes to any document in any database. With nsfRewind as part of your backup methodology, you will no longer need to perform lengthy database recoveries from backup media just because a field value has changed. Now you will be able to simply rewind those fields with the click of a button. If you are interested in trying nsfRewind for yourself, then I invite you to help us out by becoming an nsfRewind beta tester. The beta test program is going on right now and runs through February 2009. If you are interested, please head over to www.connexus.com/nsfRewind to sign up today. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.